In the last 12 months, we've helped high level CEOs and real estate investors hire 8 layer virtual assistants and remote professionals. These professionals now manage specific parts of their operations. They make independent decisions and save their bosses between 20 to 40 hours every single week. And here's the thing, most people who hire virtual assistants fail miserably, and they actually don't like it. They end up wasting thousands of people who cannot think critically. They need constant hand holding and honestly create more work than they solve. But when you get this right, when you find, keep, train that top 1% virtual assistant, is like adding $250 executive to your team at a fraction of the cost. So in this video, I'm gonna give you our exact process for finding, training, and keeping top 1% virtual assistant who don't just follow instructions, but actually take ownership and drive results. We recently just did this for one of our clients, and after implementing this, they were able to step out of their businesses, actually implement new lines of businesses with the help of the remote professional, and enjoy more time with their loved ones. So, here's exactly what we're going to be covering: how to find top 1% talent for free, how to train your VA, and how to manage and keep them. So by the end of the video, you will have a complete blueprint for finding, training, and keeping these remote professionals who actually think and operate at a high level. So let's dive in. Let's go with step number one: how and where to find that top 1% talent. We're going to use Upwork. This is not usually the way we do it, but I think it's the best app or software that helps connect business owners with talent all around the globe. So I think it's the best option, especially if you want to do it by yourself. We're going to sign up. In this case, in my case, I already signed up, but you can do it with Google or your email. And I'm just going to go ahead and log in with Google. So this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to log in. We're going to go to the top left corner where it says hire talent and then search for talent. It's just going to quickly verify that we're actually human being trying to find the next player for their business. Once this step is done, it's going to take us to a place where a lot of different people from around the world, they're posting that they are available for to work for your business or to work for any business in so many different areas. So we're going to filter down. First, we're going to put here a keyword. In our case, it's going to be virtual assistant. If you know exactly in what area your virtual assistant has to work, for example, e-commerce, for example, data entry, whatever aspect, you just put it here. But in this case, we're just going to do virtual assistant. As you can see, we find people from India, Pakistan, Philippines, Nigeria, India again. So we personally like to work with people who are, if not in the same time zone, in a very close time zone. So I'm just going to put here people who are from the Americas. This is what I'm going to do. And because my business is going to be likely located in the United States, so I'm going to put native or bilingual English. This is easily going to help you just narrow down that search. So we can see here someone from Jamaica whose price is $15 per hour. She is an experienced virtual assistant and a social media manager. This is a virtual system for entrepreneurs and executives. This person is located in the United States, hence the price. Trinidad and Tobago, Canada. I want to find a good balance between price and expertise, also because we know that we're starting the business. Okay, here we found someone who is from actually Colombia and is an English Spanish translator and a virtual assistant. Let's see here what she says. We're just going to do the test. She says, please read. I do not prefer to engage in projects that require phone calls. So in this case, the person is very straightforward. That is really good. She prefers communication through messaging platforms and emails. So let's just say that we like the person, we like her background, her studies and stuff, and we're just gonna hire her. So we're gonna click here where it says hire, of course. And it's going to take us to a different tab where we're going to select the team. So it's going to be us. We're going to select a title, test. Oops, that's Martin. That's hiring VA. And we're going to click here, General Virtual Assistant. And here's give us two options for payment, pay by hour or a fixed price. I like to do it a fixed price just because it's easier to manage, just to pay by results enough for time. We're going to put here the price that we like. And then we're going to put here the description of the job. We're going to touch a file and we're going to click here that we agree to the terms of service from Upwork. It is very important that if this is the first hire that you're doing, it's very important that you keep any relationship that you have with this person inside Upwork. Why? Because Upwork is going to protect you and the person's agreement that you have. So, for example, if you encounter any problems with the person, that the person didn't deliver the job or for whatever reason you couldn't pay, Upwork is going to help you manage that situation. And finally, remember that when you're hiring a person, you can teach that person a set of skills, but it is very, very difficult to teach a person a set of attitudes. So when you jump into a meeting with the person, take into account if the attitude that the person have, if it is communicative, if it is more passive or active, if it's going to be a good fit for you and for your business. Now, step number 2, the 30-day onboarding system. At this point, you have already found your A-player BA or remote assistant, remote professional, whatever you want to call it. The next 30 days are critical. And this is where most people fail because they hire someone that is great, great qualifications, great experience, great attitude, everything, but then they throw them into a deep end with no system. But here's our proven 30 days onboarding process. Listen well. It is much simpler than you think. From day 1 to day 5, we go into immersion and observation. Look, the first 5 days, your BA doesn't do any work. And I know you might be thinking, I'm going to be wasting time and money, but no, because instead, they observe everything. They attend to your meetings, they watch your workflow, and document your processes. This is very important. Then have them create what we call a day in a life document that captures key players in your business, regular meetings and their purposes, common decisions that you make, recurring tasks. These are the ones that you want to delegate first, and communication preferences. Look, this document becomes their North Star and prevent those annoying constant questions later. Now, from day 6 to day 10, here comes systems and tool training. In this step, your assistant needs to understand every tool you use better than you do. We create what we call system SOP videos. It's 2 to 3 minutes videos explaining exactly how you use each tool in your specific business context. For example, Google Calendar, ClickUp, Monday, whatever tool that you use for your business, they need to master it even better than you do. The key here is to have them teach it back to you. After watching your SOPs on calendar management, they should create their own videos showing you and your team how they would handle various calendar and scenarios and how they would use those different softwares. This teach back method ensures they truly understand, not just not like yes, I know how to use it, but when the time comes that they have to use it, they don't actually know and they waste time and effort and you waste money. From day 11 to 12, here comes the supervised implementation. Your assistant in this step starts doing actual work, but with your daily review sessions. This is where most entrepreneurs get actually impatient and skip ahead, but you should do it if you want to be successful. Create a progressive responsibility ladder. This is very simple. For example, from day 11 to 15, they draft emails, responses for your review. From day 16 to 20, they handle routine matters independently. Do you see it? The key metric here understand this well isn't speed, is accuracy and judgment. Make this clear to your team members so they prioritize it correctly. It's not about doing them fast, it's about doing them well. From day 21 to 30, here comes the decision framework implementation. And this is the most crucial phase for those 30-day training. Here's when we implement what we call the decision boundary system. Imagine that you have three circles on a page. The inner circle is the decisions the BA makes independently without telling you. The middle circle are the decisions they make independently, but they inform you about. And the outer circle is the decisions they prepare options for, but you have to make the call. Start with a very small inner circle, maybe just basic email response as they demonstrate good judgment and gradually expand it. Look, at the end of the day, you have to document every decision they make and categorize it into one of these circles. This creates a continuously improving decision framework. By day 30, your BA should be able to handle about 80% of the routine operational decisions that previously consumed your time, your effort, your energy. Let's go a little bit more in depth into that decision making framework because this is going to be the most powerful part for transforming your BA from an assistant into an operator who actually runs parts of your business without your supervision. And this is what separates our system from everything else out there. Most BAs actually remain perpetual assistants, but others become true operators to what we call independent operator framework. But it's way more simple than what you think. And here's how it works. Element number one, the decision boundary document. This is a living document that grows over time. Start with just 5 to 10 specific decisions that your BA can make independently. For example, you can schedule any meeting that fits within working hours without asking me. Or you can respond to all customer service email using the template we've created. Every 2 weeks, review this document and add 2 to 3 independent decisions. And within 90 days, your BA will be handling dozens of decisions that used to consume your time. Element number two, the principle based decision tree. Instead of creating endless SOPs for every situation, create principle based decision trees. For example, when deciding whether to give a refund, the decision tree might include: is this person a first time customer? If yes, then lean towards yes, getting the refund. Have they asked for refunds before? If yes, then lean towards no. Is the amount under, let's say, $100? If yes, then lean towards yes. These principles allowed your VA or remote worker to make judgments using the same criteria you would, without needing to consult you for every unique situations. We all know how annoying this is and time consuming. Element number three, the weekly decision review. Once a week, spend 15 minutes reviewing key decisions your remote worker made. So the purpose with this activity is to clarify, but not to critique. Instead, help them understand your reasoning better. Ask, for example, what decisions were you unsure about this week? And then explain your reasoning. I would have made that same decision because I would have done that. It was great, but also I would have done this other thing because of this. It is very important to explain it so you don't only say what to do, but why would you do it. This weekly practice dramatically accelerates their ability to think like you, operate like you, and execute like you. Element number four, the ownership expansion plan. Every 30 days, identify one additional area of your business your BA can completely own, or identify in your own business so you know when to hire another BA for that specific operation. Start with something simple like email management, then progress to calendar, then client onboarding, and so on and so on. Within 6 months, a properly trained remote assistant using this system can own from 5 to 7 complete areas of your business, freeing up to 40 hours of your time every week. Now, let me be real and very clear with you. Implementing this system takes effort up front. Look, the first 30 days require your active involvement, but the payoff, it's guaranteed, is enormous. Just imagine what you could do with extra 20 or 40 hours every week. That's basically a full work day that suddenly opens up for high level strategy, sales, or simply being present with your family. Our clients typically report three major results after implementing this system. They save up 20 to 40 hours every week that they previously spent on operational tasks. Number two, their businesses actually runs better because their remote professionals becomes specialized in their processes. And number three, they experience through freedom. It is not the same to be rich than to be wealthy. The ability to completely unplug without their business falling apart, that is a sign of building wealth for you, for your family, for your business. One last thing I wanted to emphasize, this isn't about hiring cheap labor. This is about finding exceptional talent that is undervalued by the market, then giving them a system that allows them to operate at a high level. And now remember, if you found this valuable and want to implement it in your business, I've created a complete decision boundary template with 50 preloaded decisions that you can delegate to your remote professional immediately or virtual assistant immediately. And if you are a high net worth entrepreneur or real estate investor, or just simply are someone who is in the business market and it's very busy and want us to implement this entire system for you, finding, vetting, training, and managing your 8-player remote professional, just click the link in the description to apply for our Done For You program. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.